What's up, y'all? This is Eric coming to you live from Piedmont Hospital here in downtown Atlanta. It is January 15, 2018, currently 9:30 p.m. So the reason that I'm making this video is to let you guys know about my spinal fusion and my microdiscectomy. Yep, I've had them both within a 2-month period. So a little bit about my journey through back pain. I've been struggling with back pain for about a year and a half. And of course, at first it began with just like a mild cramping, a mild pinch in my lower back. That every morning I would wake up and I would just bear it down, and it was always there. Once the day got started, my muscles and my bones, I guess, would warm up and I would get going. But then at night it would come again. So morning, night. I started seeing a chiropractic, and he was really good. He started helping me, but my lifestyle never changed. So I continued to just not having proper posture whenever I would go to work. I would lift boxes with my back rather than my legs. My job required a lot of lifting, a lot of moving with my back. So I was actually a delivery driver for Mission Foods. I would sell tortillas. So it was a constant grabbing the boxes, putting them outside in the dolly, bringing them inside of a store. So constant moving, as you can imagine. Well, to say the least, a couple months go by and I don't listen to him. I continue to drink coffee. First coffee 4 in the morning, quick trip. Second coffee around 8 or 9, and then after that I would drink soda, Mountain Dew, or Coke. So basically, pretty much no water. Maybe I would drink 1 or 2 cups of water. But I was having 14-hour work days. So to say the least, one day I finished my work day, 13-hour shift. I get home and I start cutting the grass, just putting pine straw, doing the things that I didn't want to pay for. And finished around 8 p.m. Fell asleep. By the time I woke up the next morning, my whole body was just so tight, especially my lower right leg. It was full of knots, like my muscles had contracted, and couldn't even walk. I tried to get up from the bed, and as soon as I got up, I was on the floor. Didn't know what was happening, and at this point I had no insurance. So here I am, not able to walk, not knowing what's going on, no insurance. Well, I went to go see the chiropractor, and he helped me out. He gave me a referral to get an MRI. The MRI showed this herniation in L5S1, and started treatment with the chiropractic. He would put me on this machine. I forgot what it's called, where they pull your lower part of the body and allowing it to stretch and allowing the disc to go back. So I started doing that type of treatment, and massage therapist. We got rid of the knots. It was so painful, but after 3 weeks, I was able to go back to work. I changed jobs and started working in a hospital. So it was lighter duty than what I was used to, but it was still a lot of walking. And after 3 months, I get injured again. So I'm not gonna make this video super long, but it was injury after injury. At this point, I had insurance, and I started seeing a specialist. The specialist gave me an epidural, which helped. After, I want to say, 2 weeks, the epidural kicked in. And I felt great. I felt totally awesome, like a new person, like the type of person that I was. I was very active. Um, so, anyways, so 3 months go by, the epidural wears off, and I had to get another epidural. Except this epidural didn't work. I was in pain, and so the doctor, the specialist, referred me to a neurosurgeon. This neurosurgeon sees my MRI, and after about a week or so, I'm scheduled to have my first microdiscectomy. So this brings me up to date. I had my microdiscectomy November 11th. So on November 11th, I had my microdiscectomy, which is they removed part of my disc with a small incision. And so it was an outpatient surgery. I get there, and within 4 hours, I'm out of the clinic or the hospital. Well, I go back home and I rest. And the first day was kind of rough. Of course, they cut me open. It was rough, but the second day I'm able to walk, go use the bathroom, still resting, but they don't recommend bed rest. The third day I'm able to walk even more, and so my progression, the pain starts to go away, and I start to get better. That was me for 10 days. I was so happy. I had no pain. I had this this tingling down my right leg, which from what I read was normal because of the nerve damage. But after the 10th day, on the 11th day, I wake up and I have pain again. Now, since this is around the time where people go out on Thanksgiving, my doctor wasn't available. So I call and I call. Finally, I get someone to talk to me after leaving plenty of voicemails. And they give me a steroid pack. Take it for 7 days, they said. It'll help you. 7 days go by, it hasn't helped me. I call again after the fifth day, and they tell me to finish the steroid pack and start on another one. So I start on the second steroid pack, and it helped me. So the inflammation that I had from my surgery goes down, but I still have this pain. But they tell me over the phone that it's muscle spasms, and it's inflammation, and it's also the nerve damage that I've caused over the past year. So I tell myself, okay, well, it's just a matter of time before the inflammation goes down. So I'm taking diclofenac, I'm taking gabapentin, I'm taking hydrocodone, taking all these medications, and my pain continues every single day. So what I didn't know is that doctors tend to leave on vacation the week of Christmas and the week of New Year's. So my pain continues to progress up until the point where I call the doctor crying, asking him if he could see me, but yet there's no doctor because he's on vacation. So I'm like, okay, I'll just write this off. I'll just be strong, tough it out. To say the least, my Christmas I spent it with my back up against the couch, my family eating, and they have been so awesome throughout this whole process. So the 2 days after Christmas, I'm on the floor again. I can't sleep. I can't even talk because it's so painful. Hydrocodone is doing nothing to me. So I go to the ER. When I get to the ER, the doctor sees me and he tells me that there's nothing he can do, that I had to see my physician, which he's on vacation. So all he could do is control the pain, but he's not willing to do an MRI or do any testing. I have no signs of infection. So he's not going to request an MRI, that I had to see my physician. So I go back home with oxycodone, which is a higher dose of medication, and a different type of muscle relaxant. So the muscle relaxant, Robaxin, it seems like it acts on the skeletal system, and it takes away those spasms that I'm having. And the oxycodone just completely knocks me out. I sleep like 10 hours straight from being so tired. So this is sorry, I'm thirsty. With all this medication, I'm so thirsty, and my mouth, my throat. I was intubated today. My throat is so dry. I gotta get some water. But anyways, so this brings me up to the first of the year. I still try to get an MRI. My doctor's still not back. Finally, I get tired and I go to a clinic. I pay out of pocket to get an MRI. Because at this point, I had to know what was going on in my body. So, turns out that I have a huge disc herniation in the same spot. So, the next step is spinal fusion. So here I am. I try to schedule a spinal fusion, but of course the insurance, they need to see more paperwork. They wouldn't approve it right away. So I had to wait. So here I am, January 15th, after being in pain for about a month and a half. And this is pain that you're not able to walk, you're not able to get out of the house. For New Year's, I celebrated in the couch because I couldn't walk. I couldn't get out of the house. It was cold, and every time I would try to go outside, or every time the temperature dropped, it's almost like my leg and my body would feel it, causing this shifting of my nerves and my muscle to spasm, causing even greater pain. So anyways, so here I am, January 15th. I have my spinal fusion in L5S1. The operation was about an hour and a half to 2 hours long. And here I am in the recovery room. My family has been great, trying to support me in every single step of the way. They brought me to the hospital at 6 in the morning. I was supposed to be here at 8. After doing paperwork and everything, I was inside of the OR by 10. And I was in the room 437 in Piedmont Hospital around 1:32 p.m. So of course I'm under a lot of pain medication right now. I'm taking oxycodone, 10 milligrams, 2 tablets. So that's double the dose that I'm used to taking. I'm also taking Flexeril. That's for a muscle relaxer. And gabapentin, which is to protect the nerve from any further damage. I feel pretty good. I was able to go to the bathroom for the first time with assistance from the nurse. So I walked to the bathroom, and usually whenever I walk, I will lean to the one side because there was so much pressure on the right side from the disc. Well, this time I walked and I was fine. I mean, there's pain, but there's pain in the incision site. So anyway, so the doctor told me that if tomorrow I'm able to use the bathroom and I'm able to walk, that he feels comfortable me going home. So this is a big thing. Everywhere that I've been reading has been about a minimum 2 to 4 day stay at the hospital. Yet here I am with a spinal fusion, and I'm hoping to go home tomorrow. So that's post-op, maybe 24, 36 hours, me going home. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Today's the first day, and I'm hopeful. This journey hasn't been easy, but I believe in Jesus, and I believe that He's held my hand throughout this whole process. I don't think I could have done it without His presence, without His word, without me knowing that it's gonna get better. And I just want to share this video to everybody out there going through the same thing or going through something similar. That do not lose focus, do not lose hope. For there's always hope, and sometimes, we can't see past that mountain that we have in front of us. Everyone is going through something at one point in their life, some big decisions, some big tribulation. And I thank God for this moment that I had this pain, that it took me a month and a half for me to be on painkillers and for me to resolve this pain. But I still thank Him, because without this pain, my family has been closer than ever. Everybody's been calling me. I've been sharing this with my family, and now I'm sharing this with you, whoever's watching this, that I know what you're going through. And I'll keep you guys updated. I'll try to post a video